Hey guys, Ralph here. True power to the max. Oh yeah, that's the name of my new book, baby. It's halfway done. It'll be on your computer in no more than 2 weeks. You'll have it by Christmas, for sure. For sure. We'll get to that in a second. Little tweak to the chops. Little tweak. Okay? And that's that. I have played quite a bit today. Endurance is not an issue whatsoever. Let's see what we got. Anyway, loud double C's. Once again, I sound like a broken record. I don't know if it came across on the laptop. It's never been that easy. Never been that easy. And Del Steger's Carnival of Venice, that's all single tongue. We'll get to that in a second. Okay? Anyway, true power to the max. What we have done is true power was in effect encapsulating everything that's been going on. You know, we studied Harry James every which way. We studied Maurice. We studied Doc Severinsen, Maynard, Horst Fischer, Herseth, all of them, mouthpieces, trumpets, everything. We studied, and we figured out what the great ones were doing. And there's no question they were doing true power the way we used to do it. Okay? This is a gift from the heavens that has never been done before. The last true power has not necessarily revolutionized trumpet because it's been done by the great ones. We revolutionized trumpet pedagogy. It's never been taught that way before. You throw in kettlebells and nobody's even remotely thought that way before. This absolutely 100% has not been done. There's one person and one person only that Jerry thinks may have been doing it by studying his literature and his life story and everything, is that was the great cornetist Alessandro Liberati at the back end of the 1800s. Okay? Makes Wynton Marsalis sound like an idiot. Anyway, and me too. Relax, Wynton followers. Anyway, now, the double C wide open. Del Steger's Carnival of Venice. It is not Del Steger's issue. Yes, I know that, but I'm telling you, what I'm telling you, I did that as sort of a comparison. I considered last week being in Maine and all that sort of stuff. I couldn't practice. That was a wash. I was, in effect, fooling around with the new stuff. Okay, this, as of Monday, I've actually started doing it. And the difference between my single tonguing now and my single tonguing Monday is at least 3 times faster. 3 times faster. Again, that was all, even though it was slow, not virtuosi, it was all single tongue. And guys, I have never been able to single tongue that fast. Never. Now, and everybody's saying, well, you used to be able to. No. I could triple and multiple tongue quite fast and quite clean. But I've never been able to single tongue that fast. And you tell me one other system, one, that is going to increase the speed 3 times in less than a week. Tell me one. Even stop. There isn't one. There isn't one. That's how unbelievable this is. Now, on top of this, I just started this morning. Has anybody ever seen this book? Okay. This is the Czechoslovakian Arbin book. This is the method that made one of my guys, Miroslav Kamar, who he is. Okay? This is written by Jaroslav, I'm sure I'm not pronouncing it right, Kolar. Okay? Jerry sent this to me, special delivery. And he was the one that bound it. It's actually 5 books put together, and it is absolutely priceless. I'm not sure if it's still in print. I'm not sure if you can get it. But what this is doing for me is this. Now, as you know, I have been playing the Arbin book incessantly for the better part of 45 years. And in effect, I have it memorized. Okay? Now, that's a good thing and a bad thing. Okay? In our case, when I'm trying to slow everything down and relearn everything, this music that I have is part of my DNA gets in the way because I get very, very frustrated with it. It can't go as fast. Sometimes it's not as clean. And I used to have been able to get to the top of the page, to the bottom of the page. I can't. Okay, stuff like that. And it gets frustrating. This, brand new, even though it's an absolutely exquisite book, what it does, it allows me to get everything for, even though it's just scales and exercises and some tunes and all this sort of stuff, it's all brand new and allows me to learn it again. And allows me to go super slow, new music where I'm not bored to tears, where I'm not frustrated. And again, I just got it in the mail yesterday. I played it about an hour this morning, and I made more progress in one day than I have in the 2 weeks. So that in itself is working. Now, here's another thing. Every single time I get frustrated, I go back to the old way of doing it. Now, every passing day, it's harder and harder to go back to the old way. Okay? But every time I do go back to the old way, it's just not as good. Now, you know how I feel about the old way, the regular true power way, the tongue-controlled embouchure, what you want to call it. You know what I feel about that. I felt it was the Holy Grail, and at the time, I still do. This is actually better. And as I said, all the great players were doing it the true power way. They were not playing this way. This is us, and this is going to go. Put all of you to the next level, to absolutely the next level. Okay? Now, little tweak. Again, this is still a work in progress. There may be more tweaks. Okay? But keep in mind, each tweak is getting you closer to your goals. Little bit different. Instead of pressing down on the bottom lip, I want you to feel like you're pulling the top lip back. It really won't go that far back, but feel like you're pulling it back and pressing against your tongue. So instead of having the tongue will be through the teeth, there's no question. It will not be through the lips. And instead of pressing down on it, and this is very subtle, the tip will be pressing against it. And that, we talked about, is going to make your tongue blow up in your mouth. And the cough attacks are there for you. Single tongue. I've never been able to single tongue that fast. Okay? Now, that little bit, instead of pressing down, the tongue's pressing back in, it sort of feels like it's going in your mouth. Now, the bottom lip will also flex. And the bottom lip may get inside your mouth. Don't worry about it. Just keep that pressed against it. This flexes up, and you have your cough attack. I don't know if that's coming through. That is big as a house. As big as a house. It makes the corners more relaxed. It makes the tongue more flexed and firm. and you're using less air. The Holy Grail, baby. The Holy Grail. Okay. Give your comments and criticisms down below and let me know what you think. Email me. Get a lesson. I'm ready to go on this. I'm ready to go on this. I'm writing a book. I told you, last week especially, I was very, very hesitant about acting like I knew what I was talking about. But I got it now. I got it now. It took, you want to count last week? Who cares? I'm saying since Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 days. Got it down. 4 days from now, I don't like to put time limits on it, but Jerry said 2 weeks. A week from next Monday, I will play that Carnival of Venice again, and we'll see what we got. Sound good? Love you all. Now, we are expecting a storm. They are not saying huge power outages and all this, but you never know. You never know. But, so if I don't give you anything tomorrow, you know why. I'm snowed in. Anyway, hopefully I'll be tomorrow, and I'm going to do some more on the book tonight. And I hope to have some more gains tomorrow. There you go. Let me know. Eat your fruits and vegetables, and live your life with true power.